So the aim of this video is to give you a very basic introduction to OneNote, what it is, how you can access it, and how you can do the simple things of introducing perhaps new sections and new pages into your own personal area. So first of all, the most important thing is being able to access OneNote. So one way that you might access OneNote would be to head to the browser, to Chrome browser ideally, to log into Office 365 where you get your home page, and then you will click on OneNote here. And when you click on OneNote, you'll get a list of all of the notebooks that you might have been in recently. And if you can't find the one that you want, you might find it under class notebooks. And when you do find the notebook that you want, you click on that and it will open it in the browser. And you'll have this view. Absolutely no problem. What you have generally in one notebook or class notebook, they are one and the same things, is what you are looking at is basically a virtual folder for your subject. When a couple of years ago you would have had a physical folder, now you have a virtual folder. And that's what OneNote essentially is. And you can be looking at that folder through the browser as we are here, or if you have it installed, you could open it through the app. So you could go to the top here and press open in app. And if you select that button, it will open the same notebook in the application. So this is the desktop app that you might have installed on your device. That's one way to access it. So what we did then, just as a reminder, is we went into the browser, we logged into Office 365, and when in OneNote, we pressed open in app. Alternatively, if you know you've got the app, you might head to your, if you've got a Windows device, certainly, you would head to your start menu and you could search for OneNote and you could open directly the application here and press on it. And that too would take you to this. So essentially the similar view, but one is through the browser, one is through the app. Both work perfectly well. The app one has slightly better functionality and works a bit better offline, but either way, you're going to be okay. So you're in your class notebook or your OneNote file. The general structure of a class notebook will be like this. You'll find the name of your notebook at the top, but you will always have three key sections. You'll have a collaboration space. So in the collaboration space, your teachers might ask you to work there, perhaps not as often as other areas. And these are areas and sections here. So within here, you might have a number of sections within the collaboration space, and then you might find that you have a number of pages that your teacher has created through here. What that is an area where both you and the teacher could write. So the teacher might have put some work in here, and you could write all over the page. You could write here. And so could all of the other people in the class. So the key thing to remember about the collaboration space, or equally you could click on here and you could start typing here. All right? But the key thing here is that in the collaboration space, everyone can work. So you can work and the teacher can work. Underneath the collaboration space, you'll see the content library. So the content library is where most of the work that the teacher is going to be using, he or she is going to be sharing here. So again, within the content library, there could be numerous sections, perhaps named by topic or areas of your subject. And within each section, which if you think of a bit like a file divider, there can be numerous pages. And they might have put all sorts of things like PowerPoints. They might have put quizzes on there for you to complete. They may have put videos in there for you to watch. They might have put tests and things and worksheets for you to complete in there. But the thing about the content library is that whilst the teacher can write all over these things and the teacher can put different pages and sections in, you can't. You can only view this area. You can copy pages. So you can, if you want a copy of this page with a video, right click on these things and copy them to your own personal area. But what you can't do is try and write over or edit any of these pages because it just won't allow you to do that. So the content library is essentially for you to look at, but you can't mess with it. And then underneath the content library, you won't see all of these because you're not a teacher, but you will have one tab that will have your name on it. So it might be that you're student 1, but that's the only other tab you would see. And within there, in that section, the teacher will have decided on certain sections that they want you to have. Now, the first thing to say is that if they've given you tabs that say perhaps class notes or homework, or they've given you tabs with topics in them, please don't delete or change what they have put in your area. Yes, it is possible for you to, for example, if you go to the bottom, you can add new sections and start to type in names of new sections, and you can do that. But please don't mess around with any of the sections that the teacher has given you, because there will be a reason for them wanting you to have those sections. Okay? But it is possible for you to delete and rename and create new sections within your own personal area. That's where you can change things. So what you can add sections, and of course, if you go down to the bottom here, you can add new pages. So you can type in here and add a new page, and you can start to drag and move things around. And all of this, whilst I'm working in the app, is also possible in the browser version. So if we head to the browser version and you are student 1, and we clicked on these things, again, you get all the sections. You can go down here and add a section, and within sections, you can add new pages. That's all possible, but as I say, please don't mess around with the structure that your teacher has already given you. Okay, so I'll just remove this to start off with. All right. Right, so we've shown you how to add sections, we've shown you how to add pages, and we've pretty much said this is what the 3 areas are. So hopefully that's a nice gentle introduction to what OneNote is and how you can start to add and organise your areas.